So I'm sure a lot of you guys have already seen the YouTube videos or read the articles proclaiming that Darth Vader's father has been revealed, and that's Emperor Palpatine. And this is all because of a Vader comic that got released on Wednesday. Well, let me just say that all those articles and YouTube videos are bullshit. And here's why. First off, all this comes from a single page that shows a heavily pregnant Shmi standing like in the water, like all on the beach, and then Emperor Palpatine appears behind her and puts his hand on her belly and does something to her stomach. Her already pregnant stomach, I should add. And a lot of people are taking this as, oh, he's the father. Despite the fact that in the page itself are the very words, there was no father, it was unnatural. In the very movie, which people, the movies are considered canon. The very first movie, well, not the first movie, I guess it's the prequel movie. Shmi says that there was no father, that it was an immaculate conception. And she doesn't seem disgusted when she says this. She doesn't seem standoffish or anything like that. She seems generally surprised and happy, like it's a miracle. So she's not like, it's not like she had like a one night stand with Palpatine or whatever and she regretted it, but she ended up pregnant or anything like that, which is just a very funny image to think now. She literally believes it was an immaculate conception. And I believe that that's what it was. I think that basically George Lucas likes to borrow from a lot of mythology, a lot of different like legends and stuff. I think he's borrowing from the Messiah legend with Anakin. Basically, kind of like Jesus, Immaculate Conception. There's the whole, you can throw in more Christian undertones about Anakin being like Lucifer. He started off good and he fell to the dark side. The whole trying to tempt Luke to the dark side, kind of like Lucifer tried to tempt Jesus and whatever. If you want to go in that direction, I don't care. Yeah, I think it was an immaculate conception. I think if anything else, I think what Palpatine could have done, and that if you want to take that image of him putting his hand on Shmi's belly as canon, is that maybe he messed with Anakin's midichlorian count to make him a Jedi or make him more stronger. Try to basically make him the chosen one, so that or maybe influence him with some dark side, so that he can, turn him to the Sith side a lot easily. But did he impregnate an already pregnant Shmi? No. Another thing people seem to forget is that this is a vision, and in this vision, a lot of crazy stuff is happening. We have a scene where Vader kills all the Jedi, basically like the Order 66 Jedi, which, as we saw, didn't happen. We literally have a scene where Padme kills herself by throwing herself off a ledge, which, as we all know, that's not how she died. We have a scene where Obi-Wan is fighting Emperor Palpatine back when he was still like in his regular human face, before he became, as Rich called it, monster face, which didn't happen. And there's also literally a panel where it shows Emperor Palpatine and Obi-Wan, and they both look at Vader and they both say, "I am your father," before they fight each other. How come no one wants to talk about that? Because the fact that, people then be like, wait, is that saying that Obi-Wan is Anakin's father? No. Like this whole issue is symbolic. You could say that that Obi-Wan is Anakin's father in the sense that Obi-Wan's the one that raised him. And you could say that Emperor Palpatine is Vader's father in the sense that Emperor Palpatine created Vader by turning Anakin to the dark side. He's the one that gave Vader his name, Vader. He's the one that reconstructed Vader after Anakin's battle with Obi-Wan. So if you want to say that Emperor Palpatine is symbolically Vader's father, okay, yeah, that's fine. Just like Obi-Wan is symbolically Anakin's father, because Obi-Wan's the one that pretty much raised him. But to say that either of these two, especially Emperor Palpatine, is the biological father of Vader, just because of a single panel where a Emperor Palpatine manipulates an already pregnant Shmi's stomach is just stupid. There are still, I guess, there's still non-canon about who the father is. There are the whole Darth Plagueis manipulating the Force, which has been mentioned in, I believe it was in one of the prequels. Palpatine tells Anakin about how Darth Plagueis had that power. I mean, that's kind of been what, the theories have. And I think it was one of the books, was it Darth Sidious or Darth Plagueis? It was one of those books that it says that that's how Vader was born. So you could say that. I think it's an immaculate conception. Was it an immaculate conception through the Force? It could be. I think the fact that the Force is basically Anakin's father makes a lot more sense, especially with the whole like chosen one and his falling and all that stuff. It makes a lot more sense if the father is the Force, which also explains why he's like so in tune to the Force at such a small age. But yeah, this whole like Emperor Palpatine is really the father. That's just stupid. Like, it's dumb. It doesn't make sense, especially in the comic itself. All the websites that are doing it are literally taking a vision, which has a lot of symbolic interpretations in it, and they're making it literal. So I just wanted to put this video out there and explain that no, Emperor Palpatine is not Vader's biological father. Is he Vader's symbolic father? Yes. Just like Obi-Wan is Anakin's symbolic father, or surrogate father, you could say. But Emperor Palpatine is not Vader's biological father. That's not canon. The people who says it is, it's just dumb, and they're like just not understanding the comic itself. I think what happened is maybe like a couple people threw it out there, and then you get these other websites that just basically regurgitate the same source. And that's how a lot of like false news gets spread. You basically have one source, which could be bullshit, and then everyone like sources that one source. And just basically, it's that whole like, can I copy your homework? Yeah, but just make enough changes so that it doesn't seem like a copy paste. Okay. That's pretty much where we're at right now. Maybe one website said that Emperor Palpatine was the father, and then every other website just regurgitated that fact. But no, Emperor Palpatine is not Vader's father. Shmi and Palpatine did not get it on. At least, not yet. I mean, they could do that in a future comic and make it canon. It would just be weird, but yeah, I think people are looking way too much and they're taking an abstract idea and they're making it literal. So yeah, like I said, all this came from a vision. A lot of stuff that didn't happen in canon happened in the vision. You literally have in that same page, there was no father. I mean, the comic itself is telling you there's no father. You had Obi-Wan and Palpatine both say that they're the father. But again, you gotta realize that all this is symbolic. Like, this is not literal. They're not literally saying, I'm your biological dad. It's just more of a, like, I'm your symbolic dad. I'm your surrogate dad. Like, I'm the one that raised you as a child into a man. That's Obi-Wan. Or I'm the one that gave birth to you as Vader. I took you from Anakin and I transformed you to Vader. So I gave birth to Vader. Did I, like, physically give birth to you, like, biologically, donating my DNA? No. Symbolically? Yeah. So, yeah, I just wanted to mention that, because it was driving me insane, which is kind of funny because I'm not a big Star Wars fan. I mean, I don't hate the franchise, but the only Star Wars thing that I really, like, loved was Knights of the Old Republic. Like, amazing game. Even the sequel is not too bad, even though it seems to get a lot of hate. But like, that's as far as my like Star Wars love goes. The movies themselves they're okay. Yeah, I just wanted to just bring that up. Just point out the fact that people saying that Palpatine is the biological dad are just not paying attention to the comic itself. So yeah, Emperor Palpatine is not Vader's biological father. There is no biological dad. It was an immaculate conception, unless Disney comes out and says otherwise. You cannot take a symbolic image that Vader sees in a vision / dream and then make that literal, because there's a lot of contradictions within that same vision. And yeah, it's just dumb that people are like literally taking this as a fact now. But yeah, just wanted to do that video. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I don't know, you guys tell me your thoughts. You guys think that I'm right on this? Do you guys think that Palpatine really is the biological dad? I don't know, share your thoughts down below. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe, hit the bell for notification. If you like the video, leave a like. Feel free to comment down below, share this out with others. Yeah, hope you guys have it's Christmas Eve right now. Hope you guys have a great Christmas Eve. If you guys do anything for Christmas Eve, hope you guys have a great Christmas. And I'll see you guys maybe sometime after the holidays. Later.